is going on, man? Welcome back to Free Smoke. Bringing you live and direct, not live, but bringing you recorded in direct action. Man, I'm your boy FaTKaT. Next to me is Illest of Ills. We got Modern Day Muscle right here, and we got Garage Driven right there, man. What is going on, fellas? How are you guys doing today?
Fantastic.
Can't complain, man.
Doing good. I
could be better.
Always running on E, right, Kat?
What do you say?
I said always running on E.
Always running on E. Oh my God! Don't bring me back to that, man. Bad experiences riding around with Garage Driven. But yeah, man. So we all got our adult beverage, man, in the building, man. We all got ours. Other than Garage Driven, he's running on E over there, but it's all good.
I'm gonna shoot a text message and have it delivered. Watch this. I'll be 1 second.
He got that home Uber Eats.
Yes, sir.
Uber cart vibes.
Uber drinks. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. Shout out to the wife, man. The wife takes care of me all the time, man. I can't complain.
Hey, man, but we appreciate you guys for joining us today, man, for watching this video. Man, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit that all button next to the notification bell so you can catch all of these dope topics that we got coming out for you guys literally on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? Different topics that we bring to you guys. Before we get into this video, man, make sure you guys hit up all of our individual social medias, man. They're all in the description below. And obviously, like in the names on the screen, like mine right there, and Illest the Ills, right? Man, this camera thing is hard as hell because it's all like local, reverse. Opposite. But like Illest the Ills, Garage Driven, Modern Day Muscle, man, you will catch all of our individual social medias by the titles of that right there, whether it's YouTube or IG and things like that. And like I said, all the links are literally in the description. Also, we made it easy for y'all. All you gotta do is go down to the description, click on the links, follow, subscribe, whatever it is that social media platform calls for you to do, man. We would greatly appreciate it. We all, not only do we have this channel, man, but we all got individual things going on with our respective cars. And you know what I'm saying, we would love for you guys to follow along and see what we got going on. So that's where you will find all of that stuff, man. But getting into this video, man, let's go ahead and get into this first little topic that we got today, man. I think that this is actually something that's kind of something that we get questions on a lot. I know I do, and I'm pretty sure you guys do as well. So we get questions on things like this a lot, especially because, look, man, let's face it, we are guys that we don't necessarily tear up our cars a lot. You know what I'm saying? We keep our cars pretty clean, and you know, people just are like, man, what do you use? So let me go and pose this question to you guys, man. What are the best car care products that you guys would recommend for the people that are watching this show or watching this channel? What would be the best car care products that you guys would recommend, all the way from soaps, you know what I'm saying, shampoos, wheel cleaners, even tire dressing, so basically like tire shine. Mm-hmm. And also the number one question is, would you recommend a ceramic coat? Illest the Ills, what do you got for these people, man? What would you say?
I get this question a lot, of course, same as we all do. Every company has like every product one company makes isn't always the best. So like there's one company has like a handful of good like top stuff. The other next company has a handful of the next top stuff. Me personally, if you guys go to my IG, I actually have a video I did. It's been a little while ago, but I still use all the same stuff. I made a video under my IGTV tab and talked about everything that I use, how I keep my car clean, how it is the way it is, all the process I've done to get it to that point. Me personally, I've used all kinds of stuff over the years. Being that I have a black vehicle, it shows literally any imperfection. So I'm always like super OCD about it. On mine's all ceramic coated. So if you want, I'll start with that, the ceramic coating. Mine's all Ceramic Pro. Ceramic Pro, C Quartz, which is a Car Pro brand, and Modesta. And actually, Adams Polishes came out with a new one, Graphene, I think. That's supposed to be getting a lot of good feedback as well. I know a couple of guys that I know that are detailers, like actual real detailers, not the guy who says he's a detailer. But there's a lot of that going on. But they've used it and they say it's really good stuff. My car's ceramic pro'd. I went with that just because if you're looking at ceramic coating, ceramic pro is usually one of the top ones. But starts with that. I use like 3 things, and that's about it. I use CarPro Reset as the soap, mainly because CarPro Reset is one of the, if not the best, one of the top 2, top 3 car soaps, especially for maintaining a ceramic coated car. It just rejuvenates your coating. You can do the lowest ceramic coating of say like 2 years, like the duration, and it will last far longer than that if you maintain it, which is just what I do. So I use CarPro Reset as my soap, and then when I finish it, I go over with CarPro Elixir, which is a high quality detail spray, but it also rejuvenates your ceramic coating as well. And that's just how I get it looking super slick, super shiny, deep colors, whatever color your car is, it just brings out that color. So if you've got black like me, or mango like Cat, or that destroyer gray, it just makes it look super, super, super glossy. It's not the cheapest products, but you get what you pay for, and those things. As far as everything else, tire shine is fucking tire shine. It's black, it's slick, nothing's gonna last forever. The first rain is coming off. I don't know. I don't even know what it is I use for tire shine. I just buy tire shine and put it on there and see what it does. I don't even remember what it is. I've got a bunch of them in there. I don't even remember what it is. But CarPro also has Iron X for getting all the iron off your car. So going over your car with an iron cleaner will get all that stuff off. A lot of times it does better than, I mean, you can clay bar all that stuff all day long, but the Iron X is a good way to start to get all the decon off of there too. But Iron X, and like you're doing it on your wheels, a lot of people that get all this wheel spray to get brake dust off your wheels. You can't just spray it on and wash it off. You got to agitate that stuff. But everything I pretty much use is made by CarPro. But I know like Adams Polishes has a few things out there. So like I said in the beginning, it's every company has like a handful of things that they do really well, and everything else is marketing gimmicks. I'm not going to name any companies that do that. There's a company with the initials CG. Figure it out for yourself. That's a marketing company. They actually make one good thing. I do have their tire shine, one of theirs, and that's about it. But every company has at least 1 or 2 good things that they do really well, and the rest is like they've got to fill a lineup. You know, you got to have a tire shine, you got to have a car soap, you got to have a detail spray, got to have a wax. It's like, you know, the 5 basic principles of car detailing they cover. One of them is usually really good, but the bigger companies usually have a handful that are good. But that's everything that I've used, and it's never steered me wrong. But there's some other good stuff out there as well. I know you guys probably use some different stuff too.
Yeah, for sure, man. So there's like I said, there's definitely a lot of things out there. And you know, and like I said, just like you said, you gotta kind of play with certain things and see what is good for you, and the colors that you have, the car colors that you have, and things like that. And if you guys don't know, man, Illest the Ills probably has one of the cleanest cars. That's what he gets complimented on probably the most on IG. Is, man, that car is always clean. We all keep cars pretty clean, but his cars are like, I mean,
this guy's over the top. He's over the village,
like super clean all the time. Right. So definitely take what he said, heed to what he said, and you'll definitely be steered in the right direction, man. Garage Driven, what do you got on that topic, man?
Yeah, I think I'm the only person here that my car's not coated. Real talk. I know for a fact, modern day, his car's coated, you're coated, and you're coated, obviously. Mm-hmm. So, but I've gotten questions many times, numerous times, like, "Oh, is your car coated?" And I'm like, "Damn, my car looks that good, and it's not coated." So I just like wax regularly, man. I try and keep the car, washed. I mean, the car's mainly indoors a lot of the time, so I don't know if that kind of like benefits me in any way, being that my car's not always outside the garage, sitting in the elements of the rain and the whatever. So, but as far as products, man, I mean, I've got a sponsorship with Jack's Wax, and so far so good, man. Like the majority of the products that I've used so far has been pretty decent. There was one wheel cleaner that I wasn't really too satisfied with, but their ultimate wheel cleaner, that's the one right there. That one right there works, man. That works, and I can vouch for their tire shine. That works, and like you said, how it comes off, you drive pretty much, it might come off, or you might basically in the rain.
Right.
This thing literally still looks good after rain. I was surprised. Even my brother went ahead and purchased. Yeah, he went ahead and purchased, and he was like, content with the wheel cleaner and the actual tire shine. So I would vouch for their tire shine and say, the tire shine for sure is something to go check out. You know what I mean? I would say definitely invest into it. Try it out, see what you think, man. You know what I mean? So, but as far as coding, man, I think I might need to get it done one day. I don't know, because I do see the benefits of it. Where like I've seen guys pour water on the car and it just literally disappears, and I'm like, get out of here.
I take a leaf blower to mine. When I rinse it off, I just take a leaf. I don't even towel it. I just take the leaf blower. You don't have to
try. Exactly, that's the thing.
It just all beads off. Why have you never coated yours? Curious.
I just never got around to it. Yeah. Honestly, I think FaTKaT's guy gave me an estimate one day, and I just never did it at that point, and just never. Honestly, it's always something else I end up doing besides coating my car. And recently, a while back, I was like, when I saw the wide body chargers coming, my thought was, I'm going to wide body my car. Before the car released, I kind of looked at photos of it, and I was like, I think the parts might be similar. So I already had the idea, like, you know what? I'm going to wide body my car. So that was a point where I was like, it's probably got to get repainted at some point, or certain parts got to get painted. Why spend the money right now to ceramic coat it, and I'm going to have to get it done again. So sure. Maybe after this round right here, once I get all the parts installed, I'm gonna get it coated finally, so I can join the ceramic coat family.
I'm telling you, it makes a world of a difference. It makes a world of a difference, especially black, but any car, any color, it's a game changer.
Yeah, I've been watching one of my guys. He just got a Hellcat, and they did. I think it was G Technique, that company. Yeah, and they coated. They had like a
G Technique's a good one.
Yeah, it was like a 9-year coat they put on the car. I'm not sure if it's going to last that long, but I mean,
it's a lot of layers.
Yeah, you can literally see the difference in the paint. I was impressed. So we'll see. I'll take advice from all you guys, but your car's clean as hell. So if there's anyone I'll take advice from, it's definitely Illest. You know what I mean?
Jordan, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Yo, FaTKaT, what coat is on your car anyway? What brand is that?
I couldn't tell you, man. I just had you guys come and do the coding, because they're professional detailers. But I didn't get what brand it was that they put on my car. Right. So, but I think I only got the 2 year. I want to say it was only the 2 year, because I got a really good price on mine, obviously because of YouTube promotion and everything else. So here comes the time. They're going to end up doing mine again here soon. So I'll make sure I get the brand. But Garage Driven is recommended with the Jack's Wax products.
Jack's Wax, yeah. Check out their tire shine. It's called Super Blue. Super Blue. That's the name of the tire shine. Man.
So Jack's Wax products. So now we're gonna move on to the thoughts of modern day muscle. Now, if you guys don't know, man, the little inside joke is his wheels are always dirty. So he may not have wheel cleaner. He may not have wheel cleaner suggestions for you guys, but everything else, man, what do you use to keep your car clean?
From the fender up.
So my cleaning regimen for the car is actually similar to Illest. I use a CarPro Reset. I use Reload and Elixir. Reload is almost like a temporary layer of ceramic coating that wears off over time. It protects my actual layer of coating. So I got the lifetime package. As long as I bring the car in around on a certain time and inspect it, if there's any imperfections, he'll fix the car. So yeah, I went with Ceramic Pro. I use the Reset, like I said, and then after I get done with that, I go over with Elixir, and then depending on if I'm going for a show or not, I'll use the Reload too. I don't use the Reload that much because, like I said, it wears off over time, which actually prolongs the life of my coating that I invested in. Now for tire shine, I use MO products. I use this thing called Mud, and it kind of looks like lotion. It's water based, and it doesn't sling, which it lasts I would say a lot longer than the usual tire shine. So like it actually hydrates the rubber because you're putting water into the rubber. So it keeps the rubber hydrated. So it doesn't have like a I guess like a wet shiny tire. It's more of just like a really, really like deep black. And that's
Sheen.
yeah, exactly. That's what I go for. I don't really like the wet look. I like more of the, the deep black, the sheen like Gabe said. But yeah, I go with that. Now in terms of wheel cleaner, I use McGuire. Huh? I use McGuire's.
You said none. This guy said none. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I use McGuire's. You spray it on, you leave it for a couple of seconds or minutes or whatever, you agitate it, then you spray it off. I now clean my wheelbarrows every single time. But yeah.
Yes.
But tough love paid off.
Yeah. But yeah, for the most part, my recommendations is I try to clean my car once a week. Mm-hmm. I would say that's probably good for if you're ceramic coated or not, just to make sure none of that dirt and grime just sets in on your paint. Now everybody has a life, and sometimes you can't adhere to that, that once a week thing. But like if you're doing it all the time once a week, and then you skip a week or so, your car will still look fine. But other than that, I recommend the MO products. I also I know we're talking about outside, but I clean the Alcantara of my car too, because if you guys watch my channel, I have Alcantara inserts. I use this thing called Ammo Lather, and with Alcantara, it's very hard to keep clean. So I use like a little brush, and I agitate the areas that have dirt, and I clean it off, and it dries in 2 minutes. So I do that as well. But as far as cleaning the car, I do the once a week treatment, and it's pretty similar to Gabe's.
Nice. So I would say for me, man, I use a lot. Well, as you guys just heard a little while ago, a couple minutes ago, I don't know what my car is coated, ceramic coated, but I would say this. It took me a while. It took me a couple months to ceramic my car. When I first, I got a YouTube channel, FaTKaT. If you guys don't know him, at FaTKaT, go check that out. As long as everybody else here, check out their individual YouTubes and social medias. All like I said, down in the description below. But man, I had probably so many comments when I first got my car. Bro, when are you gonna get ceramic coat? Bro, when are you gonna get ceramic coat? And I'm telling you, man, I was like a old school, like what is this whole ceramic coat thing? Like, okay, I get it. It's a new thing, right? Hot new thing or whatever. But I was like, my car, all the cars that I've had over the years, they've been fine with just regular wax. I wax my car and I wax it, and it looks fine. You know what I'm saying? But so I wasn't necessarily a believer, basically, is what I'm saying in the beginning. But eventually, I went ahead and I hooked up with the dope company, and they basically hooked me up for a really, really, really good price because of my YouTube channel, and obviously gave them a little promotion, man. And I would say ceramic coating was like, okay, I could see why everybody was so high and so excited about ceramic coating, telling me to do it. It's basically the same thing as wax, but it just lasts way longer, and it literally treats like your paint, like everything just falls off of your paint. And I remember, so down here in Florida, if you guys don't know, we have like a love bug season, right? And love bug season is like the worst season ever in Florida for anybody who drives a car, right?
Yeah.
And I did mine right before love bug season, which literally gets all over the. If you drive your car 10 minutes down the street, you come back and there's love bugs all in front of your car. Like 1,000 love bugs dead from your windshield all the way down to your bumper, and it's the worst to get off, right? Like if you don't wax your car, or if your car's not coated, it's the worst thing to get off your car. And you have to, like, if you care about your paint, you want to get it off as soon as possible, because the acid from their bodies literally eats
your
your
clear
paint.
coat.
Exactly. So I had got it done right before that, and I'm telling you, man, I used to come back home from driving to work, come back, and I would just like basically like spray my car with water, and they would fall off. Obviously, I would still wash my car, but it would damn near like just fall off, like all the bugs. I was like, oh, this ceramic coating is amazing. Like, this is like the best thing ever. So it made me a believer afterwards, man. What I would tell you that I wash my car with, I just use over the counter stuff, man. I use like the Meguiar's Gold Class. I pretty much, that's probably my go-to. Like, I use that as much as I can. Obviously, if hopefully they're not sold out, but normally they're not. If you go to AutoZone or Advanced Auto or something like that, they pretty much always carry it. So I use pretty much the Gold Class all the time. And another thing, as far as my wheel cleaner, I pretty much use the same thing. Meguiar's has a wheel cleaner, like an all wheel cleaner. And I've used a brush. I got like a little wheel cleaner brush, barrel brush, and I clean my wheels as well. And then I use for tire shine, I use it's like Meguiar's gel. It's like the bottle is clear, but like the gel is like purple. You know what I'm saying? And it smells awesome. And that's what I use. Now, contrary to what Modern Day Muscle said, I love the wet look. Like, I like my wheels to look, or my tires, I should say, to look like wet. Like it just came out the shower, like wet. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know, but everybody's different. But that's the way I like my tires to look. It's super wet. And yeah, man. So that's pretty much. I think that's pretty much it. But I was one of those guys, man, that I used to wax my car. Well, back in the day when I used to work at a detail shop, I used to wax my car every day, like literally every single day. I used to wax my car back then. Obviously not my current car, but the car that I had at that time. And then like even like my car that I had previous to this, like I would wax it. Well, only a previous to this before I got a ceramic coat. Whatever car I had, I waxed it, guaranteed every single weekend. And I just built up that coat. People were like, "Oh, you could wax it once or twice, and you'll be good for 6 months." No, but I used to wax my car every single weekend. I don't care if I drove it, didn't drive it, don't matter. My car was getting washed and waxed every weekend, guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the reason why I was like, I'm good with the wax. But the ceramic coat, 10 times, blown out the water. So with that, I would pose a question other than garage driven, even though he says he's going to get it now. In terms of ceramic coating and waxing, do you think the ceramic coat is 100% worth it and, you know, basically better than waxing?
Yes. Yes.
From what I've seen, yes. From what I've seen, yes.
Waxing's good, but you have to do it. It doesn't
multiple times.
It's not as good as ceramic coating, just on level terms, not even close. But waxing you have to continue to do, right? Every 3 months? I haven't done it so long, I can't remember. 3 months? Ceramic coating is 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 9 years. Apparently, that's just more layers that they put on. Easy choice. If you can afford the ceramic coating. And depending on what ceramic coating you go with is going to determine, of course, in the shop too, is how much you pay. All ceramic coatings aren't equal. I will say that as well.
Right. And price around because everybody offers different incentives.
CarPro is one of those. CarPro manages their licensed. What do we call that? Licensed shops. You have to be licensed to do CarPro. You have to have a brick and mortar place. You have to have a brick and mortar place. To be a licensed, certified installer. That's what I'm looking for. Certified ceramic pro. Anyway, so they're usually fairly the same. It just depends on your car. You got a bigger car, a smaller car, the price is going to range. But that's my 2 cents. Ceramic coating is leaps and bounds above waxing to me.
Nice.
Also to Also to other things that are ceramic coated that a lot of people don't realize, like airplanes are ceramic coated. Ships are ceramic coated. Boats are ceramic coated, and what it does is it protects the vehicle, or the paint, I should say, from the outside out elements. Like, for example, seawater is very harsh on boats, and I can't even imagine what planes go through in the air with all the clouds and all that crap that they fly through. So, imagine having that level of protection on your car, and the other passive thing about ceramic coating, which I don't want to encourage it because it's kind of like the wrong thinking. But even when we say like our cars are dirty with ceramic coating, it still looks, clean to a point.
I have a question I want to, and it has to do with ceramic coating. I'll ask all of you guys as well. And the same for anyone who buys cars, right? When you shop for a car, you go on like cars.com, Auto Trader, or whatever other websites, right? Everybody does that. Like try to find what you're looking for. So when you find the one you like and you start looking at the details of the car, you see that part where it says Carfax. We all look at that, right? Just to see what the history is of the car. How would you feel if you looked at a Carfax and you saw that it was stated by it was professionally ceramic coated? Would that make you like that car more?
I personally think it would be a good seller. You don't see that nowadays. People don't put that in the description, but I think that would be a good selling point.
Here's why I bring that up, because that's what Ceramic Pro does. So it's not like I work for Ceramic Pro and I'm sponsored. I'm not. Ceramic Pro actually registers that with Carfax. So if you ever sell your car, it shows up on Carfax that it's Ceramic Pro coated.
That's nice, because that tells the buyer,
you take care of your shit.
This person that had this car took care of this car. They cared for this car. I'm not coated, but I care for my car. All right, so let's not get it twisted. I do care for my car, but I was not coated yet. No, but that just tells the buyer that this person obviously was taking care of his car. You know what I mean? They cared for this paint. They want to protect his car. So
exactly. That is definitely a good selling point. I 100% agree. Ceramic coating made me a believer. I was that guy who was like, man, I could just wax my car, bro. And ceramic coat definitely made me a believer. And I would do it to every single car that I got from here on out, man. But like you said, I would say this. I was going to bring this up, Gabe, when you was Illest when you was talking about it. Let's not get it confused, or let's not get it twisted. Some people are really confused on what it actually does. So ceramic coat is going to protect your car on the weather environment. So that's heat, rain, bugs, tree sap, things like that. But it will not protect your car against like rock chips. You have to get your car, like I think Modern Day Muscle has the clear bra. That is what you need. Oh, okay. But that is what you need to protect your car against rock chips and things like that. Ceramic coat, although it would protect your car against all the weather environment things or whatever, all the impurities in the air and things like that or whatever, but it will not protect your car against rock chips on the highway or things like that. So let's not get that confused. You know what I'm saying? Just so we're clear. A lot of people think that ceramic coat helps against that too, and it doesn't. You're still gonna get rock chips if you don't do like the clear bra and things like that. So, but yeah, man. So definitely good topic, man. Man, that like I said, made me a believer, and I would definitely do it to every single car that I got from here on out. It is expensive, but it's definitely worth it, man. It saves so much time. You know what I'm saying? So our recommendation is do it. Garage driven, do it. What are you waiting for?
Do it.
I need to do it, man.
Do it.
But yeah, man. So moving on to our next topic. Hey, this is another good one. Another good one. We get this all the time. Let's say, let me set the mood for y'all. You're all excited. You're all excited, right?
Take another one after that.
Like my man Illest the Ill said, man, you go on Auto Trader, you go on car, you know what I'm saying, cars.com, you go on whatever, or you just go to the dealership because you want a new car, whatever it is. You get yourself a new car. And you're like us, right? If you're watching the channel, 9 times out of 10, you're probably like us, where you like to mod your car. So you get yourself a brand new car, you bring it home, you wash it. If you're anything like me, even if it's a brand new car, you wash it, right? That first night or maybe the next day, whatever it is, if it's late. But you wash your car, you got it looking all pretty. You're like, I'm so excited, man. I'm ready, man. I love this car. But now it's time for you to spend a little bit of money. What is the first mod that you get after you purchase your vehicle, man? Modern Day Muscle, what would you say?
Let him go first. Let him go first.
I'm going to go first.
Oh man, it would be some type of suspension mod, whether it's springs or bags. Honestly,
why?
Why? I just feel like overall, I feel like the handling of the car would instantly improve. Because like that's what a lot of people complain about, right? Like they get the car, they love the car, and once you know, depending on how far you live, or if you're crazy like that, you take your car on the highway just to, you know, get a feel for it and stuff like that. And you're like, oh, the handling feels cool and stuff like that. But then, like, once you put, you know, bags or springs on, which I'm on springs, the control difference is night and day. The control difference is night and day. Plus, you get rid of wheel gap, which nobody likes wheel gap for the most part. But yeah, and also too, just having a lowered car, it's a big boy mod, basically saying like, yo, I did something. I'm in the car community now. I did something. Accept me.
Right.
You know.
Facts.
So yeah.
I 100% agree. Modern day muscle, garage driven. What would you say?
Listen, man. You know what they say, right? They say lower it or God will. You know what I'm saying? Every car I've owned. Let me not say every car, because you know what? I got like hoopties. I don't touch, whatever. Like my daily driver, I'm not gonna mess with that. But every car I've owned that's like, I would say like my car. You know what I'm saying? That I'm into, and I'm modded, has been lowered. Every car, and it's always the first mod I do, lowering my car, man. Yo, and you know what I strive to? Like, this is crazy. I always be like, yo, I gotta be lowered on temp tags. You know what I'm saying?
Lowered on temp tags.
Hey,
Savage.
I'm saying that's always been a thing. That's always been a thing about, yo. And you know what? Guess what? My Charger, it was lowered on temp tags. I was chilling on temp tags, slammed, chilling. So that's always been a thing of mine, man. I'm like, yo, get a new car. Like, yo, I got temp tag. Yo, I gotta make sure this shit's dropped. Like, yo, you know, it's the best thing is people to see you like rolling. Like, yo, damn, that shit lowered. Like, and then they look, yo, that shit's on temp tags. Like, they first thing they think like, oh, nah, he didn't do that. He bought the car like that. Nah, bro, I only had this car 1 week, but guess what? It's lowered.
Nice.
So, my thing is, yo, lower your car. That's, like Jordan said, that's the first mod I always do. Lower it. Even with the Benzes that I had like the Benzes, you know, they got the air suspension or the hydraulic suspension, either or. Then like, you know, the SL or the E classes, whatever it might be. I've always went ahead and got the links, the lowering links, to lower it. Everything lowered. I don't play around with that. So
Paul had the springs. Paul had the springs as he bought the car.
Yo, seriously, I'll be doing that shit. I already had said like, yo, I was looking into a Hellcat recently, and I was like, yo, if I get this car, like, yo, as soon as I figure out like I'm getting it, I'm ordering the springs immediately. Like immediately. So it'll be lower. Yeah, it'll be lower the same week. Like literally, I can't play around, man.
No 4x4 mode for you.
Nah, no sir.
Hey,
no sir.
I mean, hey, like I said, you can't argue with that, man. At the end of the day, man. Hey, Illest the Ills 392, man. What say you? What would be the first thing you do?
So I don't call this a mod, but especially in the state of Florida, and Paul, I'm almost talking to you. Window tint. Okay, no fish bowls. Good one. No fish bowls.
You know what? I was lowered, but I was fishbowl. I swear I was fishbowl for like 3 months. I didn't tint the car because I was kind of debating. I was like, damn, do I want to tint this car or what? But yeah, tints, yeah, exactly.
I'm not even calling. I'm not gonna say that as my mod, but like that's literally it's. I don't let dealerships tint my car because it's never good. It's always terrible. And go take it to a professional place. But window tint is like from the dealership to the window tint shop.
But it's a mod. That's a mod. So you got it. That's a mod. It is a mod.
Right. Well, mod.
It's a good one.
But the real. No, I'm not calling that a mod.
Hold on, wait. I'm
not calling that my mod.
Right there. Hold on, fact. Let me stop right there. The reason why I say it's a mod is your windshield tinted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's a necessity to me. I won't drive a vehicle.
Yeah, he just said window tint, and your 50-year-old soccer mom that's chilling is probably gonna go get window tint as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
especially down here in Florida.
Is she gonna get her windshield tinted? That's the question.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but that's a different story. He just said window tint.
I would say
because we all tint windshields. I consider it a mod.
Okay. No.
All right,
no.
Continue.
That's a necessity. Take notes.
Continue.
No more fishbowl. No more fishbowls.
It is though.
I would say If wheels, nothing makes a car pop like wheels. I agree. I hate fender gap. I've always had springs or bags on this Challenger or something. However, you can do the baddest wrap in the world, and then when your eyes scan down and you see stock wheels, it's weird.
No go.
It's weird.
Yeah. No, yep.
It's weird. I've seen badass wrap, and I don't have any issues with stock wheels. Dodge makes some of the best stock wheels that are out there, by far.
Yeah, because I get a lot of questions like, those are stock wheels, and when I say that, factory wheels, they be blown away.
They're so good that they make factory reproductions. They don't make factory reproductions of bullshit, right?
Right.
So,
that's true.
but you can go. A lot of people say wrap. Oh, do wrap? Do my custom? Blah blah blah. And I've seen so many cars with badass wraps, and you look down and they're on like stock wheels, and it's weird to me. Yeah. So to me, is wheels. That's usually number one. Nothing sets a car off if like for looks. I love my exhaust. I love my bags, but wheels. Nothing showcases your character like a nasty set of wheels, to me.
So for me, I would say the first thing you need to do when you buy your car, and I don't count this as a mod either. I'm with Illest to Illest. Excuse me. Is window tint. 100% number one thing you got to do, but it's not really a mod, right? Yeah. So when we actually talking about mods, I agree with garage driven and modern day muscle, man. The first thing you got to do is lower your car, because the reason why I say that is because, as my earbud comes out, but the reason why I say that is because that's what shows people, or not just people, but just even yourself, is like, it makes your car look more aggressive from the outside world looking in. It's like, oh, this guy is into modding cars or whatever the case. And the reason why I say this is because you could be lowered, because let me back up a little bit, because I agree, Illest to Illest, one of the very next things you should do, or one of the very first things you should do, is also should be the wheels. But I would say this: if I see a car, and granted, Dodge, I'm still on stock wheels, factory wheels, but again, like we just mentioned here, Dodge makes great factory wheels. Like, a lot of people think my wheels are, again, aftermarket or whatever, and they're not. So a lot of people think, oh man, those wheels are perfect, this and that, third, or they ask me, do you have factory wheels? But I would tell you this: if I see a car lowered on stocks, even a Honda, I'm like, oh, okay. But if I see somebody with like some aftermarket wheels, but their car is still high as hell, yeah. I'm like, what are they doing?
It looks weird,
what
too.
are you doing?
Like, what are those?
You looking
because you know
crazy.
What? So, normally with rims, the rim gets bigger and the tire gets smaller normally. Yeah. So now you got that different look. It's like, and you're not lowered. It's like, whoa, what are you doing, guy? Lower that thing. So I get it.
And that's the reason why I say lowering your car should be first, because although wheels, but nothing changes, let's get it clear. Nothing changes the perspective and the look of your car more than wheels. Wheels is 100% the thing that changes the whole look of your car. But like I said, when you look at a car that has aftermarket wheels, but they're still stock height, you're like, that shit looks like garbage, bro. Like, what are you doing? But on the flip side, if you look at a car that's lowered but on factory wheels, you're still like, yo, you need to get some wheels. But okay, I can see
it's
what
not
you're
as
doing.
bad as the other way around.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as the other way around.
Exactly. So that's why I would say lower your car has to be first thing on the menu, and then you go from there. Order
your springs or bags or whatever you're doing as you order your wheels. Don't be that guy. Click the add to cart on the springs along with your wheels. Don't be that guy. Unless you're doing the donk thing, don't do that. Don't be that guy.
Right.
Don't be that guy. But yeah, I agree. So, the stance of a car is a big part of the personality too. If you take the handling and just the better, the little bit of camber, like naturally our Challengers come with a little bit of camber in the back to begin with, just because of what it is. I would assume Chargers do too. But the stance of a car, I mean, for instance, look at a Lamborghini. Imagine adding 3 inches of wheel gap on a Lamborghini. How would that car look? It looked weird. It looked weird. You know what I'm saying?
It looked stupid.
It looks stupid and fake. You know what I mean?
That's why when those cars and they people do the nose lift, like to move them out the driveway or something.
Oh my god! I'm like, what are you doing?
It looks so awkward, yo.
It doesn't make any sense, and that's why it's like if you're gonna do wheels for not that much more. I mean, springs are what, a couple $100. I don't remember what I paid for my iBox when I had them. And it was like $250. H&R's probably the same. It's
$250 the highest.
If you're and then you put them on another, if you're not doing it yourself, I don't know, what is it, $100 to put them on, maybe something like that. Swapping out springs. What? No,
500 to 700 shops are
to
charging.
put springs on.
To put springs on? No, bro.
I've never paid that. Springs?
How much? Yo, FaTKaT, what did you pay to put your springs on? You remember?
I did all mine together with painting my calipers, doing my spoiler, and doing all that good stuff. So I don't know, but
now
if somebody tries to charge me $500 to put some springs on, bro, you're not getting my business. I'm just.
Let me tell you, I had someone that went to the dealer to get springs put on. He said it was $500 the dealer wanted.
That's the first problem. That's wrong.
No, hey, hold on. Hear this. So that wasn't bad. You're like, 500 to the dealer. Okay, fine. He went to like, I think it was like Tuffy or one of them other places like that. $705 they quoted him at.
No, dude, that's ridiculous. If you're paying $500 and $700, you're paying way too much.
But bro, garage shipping. But you're talking about commercial shops. We're talking about custom shops. Like Tuffy or whatever. Like, of course they're gonna charge you. Yeah, because they're a commercial shop. And if you find the guy, the person that does custom work, if they try to charge you $500, bro, they're robbing you. The dealership is also going to charge you that much. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about custom shop. Like, you can't go to like the commercial Firestone or Tuffy or whatever else. Like, of course they're going to charge you that much money because they're commercial. They're commercial.
Someone else did tell me that a shop charged them $350. So which is
I paid under $2.
About saying,
damn, you got a good deal.
I just want to put that out there, which it might be biased, but not only are they robbing you, but they potentially might put your springs on upside down or backwards.
Yeah, seriously,
exactly,
because they don't know what they're doing.
I mean, I charge a reasonable price where people, they come from all over, man. It's crazy. I had someone come from Georgia. I got someone coming on Saturday from Port St. Lucie up here. You know what I mean? And then he might bring a second car, he said, with him. So I might have 2 spring installs on Saturday to do. But it's because my price is reasonable, but it's not ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm sure that the prices they probably got was ridiculous. So I know.
Hey, so if you guys didn't catch on to that, shameless plug, my man Garage Driven right there does spring installs. So if you need spring installs done.
If you want to list your price sheet, you got a price sheet you want to list on the.
Hey, let me tell you, I cut back on certain installs though, man, because I was doing like wicker bills. But I do got a wicker bill and a splitter to do this week, but only because I know the person a little bit. You know what I mean? We communicate back and forth on IG, and he lives in my area, so I'll do it for him. But I did cut back on many installs that I was doing.
Shameless plug: if you need something done as far as suspension and whatever else, hit up my man Garage Driven. He has a soup bowl, literally called it the soup bowl of tools, and he's probably that soup bowl of tools have done probably half of Central Florida as far as lowering or whatever else. Literally in his garage.
I swear to you, I probably did 50 cars at least. I can't
way
believe
more
it
than
that.
Yeah, way more than that.
I'm just being. I'm being modest. It's 50. Yeah, I'm just saying at least 50 for sure. I did.
Hey,
but
that's
probably
what's
more,
up, though.
definitely more. Yeah,
that's what's up though. So you guys got our perspective, man, on what we should do for your first mod on your vehicles, man. Like I said, but again, they're just our opinions. Everybody's different. Some people don't even like to lower their cars at all. We're here in Florida, and we know a lot of people that do not lower the cars. Now we're always like, what are you doing? But hey, to each their own. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of places like up in New York, up top or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They have bad, or Louisiana. Oh, Louisiana has probably the worst roads in the world. But there's a lot of places that have super bad roads and potholes and everywhere. and they don't want to go through, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to go through the agony, so we understand that. But
Dallas, Texas.
I was just about to say
if
I was just about to say FaTKaT. I wanted to piggyback off of that. I was recently in New York. Man, them boys are lord out there, man, and the roads out there suck. Them boys are lord out there.
And let me say, I grew up in that lifestyle, bro. I was one of those dudes. I was slapped. Let me tell you, I was slapped to the point you couldn't even get on. Listen to me, my car just the way it sat. If you put your sneaker in front of the bumper, under my front lip, it wasn't going underneath. That's how low my car was. I would bust all pans, whatever.
And that's what I was going to say. At the end of the day, people were like, man, how are you lowered, man? The roads are horrible. Bro, if you're a car guy and you like to modify your car, you're going to do it. Period. You're going to make it work.
Don't matter.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to make it work. But hey, man, so that's what we got on that topic, man. Hope you guys, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you guys do it and you guys end up messing up your car for whatever reason, you beg do whatever. Hey, we're just saying this is what we would do. You do as you please with your car. You know what I'm saying? Just our opinion. But moving along though, man. So this is actually a pretty dope topic to talk about in today's day and age, man. Actually, because there's something new that's coming out with Dodge, Ram, or whatever you want to call it. I think Ram is a different company now, but anyway, but pretty much in the Mopar world, this is actually a dope topic to cover, man, because the big three in the United States, right, is Ford, Chevy, Dodge right now, right? Yep. Dodge has made a comeback in the last couple of years, obviously with the Hellcats and everything else. So, but that's pretty much the big three, right? And I guess we could say GM. I'm gonna say this: a lot of people be sleeping on Cadillac, bro. Cadillac, that V series is disgusting.
I've had
a lot of people sleep on it, but I'm just saying. But the big three is Chevy, Ford, Dodge right now, right? So I'm gonna pose another question to you guys. And granted, we all own Mopar, so we might be kind of sort of biased. But although if you guys haven't seen our recent videos, or if you guys don't know us personally, we're not Mopar loyalists, I guess, if you want to say that. We got Mopar, so we like Mopar, but we're not loyalists. Like, we love all type of different vehicles, right? So with that being said, Dodge, if you guys don't know, or Ram, or whatever you want to call it, is bringing out a new truck called the TRX, the Ram TRX. The Ram TRX has the Hellcat motor, which is 700. Is it the 707 or the 717?
It's 702. It's 702.
702. Okay, so 702 horsepower, but basically the Hellcat motor. It's pretty much the same motor. They just tune it to whatever it is that they're putting out specifically for that vehicle, right? So what do you guys think is the better buy? And not only the better buy, but what will hold the most value? And what do you see will be like the better vehicle between the Ram TRX, which is not out yet, respectively, but it will be out soon, the Ram TRX versus the Raptor / the Shelby. Now I say slash because it's two different trucks. The Raptor is the V6. I think it's like, what is it, like 500 some horsepower, I think? Like 400 or 500 some horsepower, V6.
Four something.
Four something.
I think.
And then they also got the Shelby. They also got the Shelby Snake, which is up there about 700. Now, granted,
I think the Shelby's 525.
Is it?
Yeah. No, it's 770.
No, 770.
Oh,
770 something. But granted, the Shelby is a different product. It's not something that it's like an aftermarket that you can buy at factory. It's kind of weird. But everybody knows Shelby and Saline and all that good stuff if you know about Ford. But it's an aftermarket product they sell, you know what I'm saying, in the, basically out of Ford. So what would you say is, like I said, all those questions I just posed between the TRX and the Shelby / the Raptor, man. Illest to Ills, what would you say your opinions are on that?
Shelby's how much horsepower? 770?
770, yeah. Just
a correction on the badge, it says 755. But in the article, it's saying 770, so I'm not sure
700
where
plus.
the confusion. Yeah.
700 plus, right.
TRX has a Hellcat engine, so obviously 700 plus. Ford Raptor has a V6. No truck of that size should have a V6.
I agree with that.
I'll throw a Raptor. I won't even throw the Ford comment that I want to say in there. So we'll put Raptor out of the way. The only reason I would give Shelby the Shelby truck in consideration is because it's kind of like, it's like what you say, Kat. It's like its own thing. It's like a version of a Ford F-150, but it's kind of their own thing. But I think at the end of the day, Ram, this isn't because I own a Mopar, Ram, that TRX, the Ram trucks, to me, and this is, I've owned a Silverado before. I've owned Chevy trucks in the past. Those Ram trucks are nice. All the stuff that comes in those Ram trucks, no truck. Toyota Tundras don't have that. Tacomas, Chevy Silverados don't have that. Ford F-150s don't have that. They got these tiny little normal screens like you see. Ram trucks be putting in Tesla electronics all in those things, and then you want to add in a Hellcat engine in there. How do you not choose that? And the Shelby trucks, I like them, but the whole front end of that thing is like huge. Have you ever seen one of those in person?
No.
It just looks like a wall. It's like a flat wall that all the air is just pushing up. It's weird. I like them, but I wouldn't pick any of those up. Raptor's not even a thought in my brain. And I've heard them with exhaust on there, with like Corsa exhaust, and they just sound like windy. It's like, what are you trying to show me here? When I see those videos of like people putting exhaust on the Raptors. I'm sorry to shit on that, but it's like, what am I looking at? What am I looking at? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know any other way to say it. It's like, why would you even bother? Almost like that. But the Shelby is a legitimate truck. I think it's a cool truck and it's nice. But man, like Ram has me looking at trucks. Like I looked at them earlier today. The TRXs, I mean, it's like we talked about on a previous episode. It's just like Dodge is like an episode of the Oprah Winfrey show. Like you get a Hellcat and you get a Hellcat. They're just putting in Hellcat engines and everything. So I don't know. I don't know how that's even a debate to me. I take a TRX all day, long and short of it.
Nice. Garage Jiven, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not a fan of neither the TRX look-wise, not engine, look-wise. I just can't get with it. The TRX and the Raptor. I'm just not a fan of that design. But that Shelby, it's a different truck. You know what I mean? Like, yo, that looks really nice, I must say. So look, I'm more, I don't know, I just gotta look good, man. Whatever I'm driving, gotta look good. I don't want no unpainted panels, and I don't want that. You know what I'm saying?
Paul's trying to pop collars and everything while he's driving. He's got the outside looking good.
When I step out, I want to be like,
check me out.
I want to look. No, I want to look back every time. Every time,
Right.
not just you know what I mean.
Well,
I just
yeah.
like, oh man, this is fast. Like, you know, so the TRX might give you that pull. It might be fast. But that Ford should be just as fast, if not a little bit faster, because it does carry more horsepower. You know what I'm saying? So, but the look-wise, I think that F-150 definitely looks good. You know, I like it with the stripes on it. It's a nice-looking vehicle. So I would pick that Shelby.
Oh, Garage Jiven, shoot over the Ford. Oh, man.
Hey, you know who's got a nasty one is Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah,
He's got a red one
yeah.
that's all done up and it looks nasty.
Damn.
But I get it. I get it. We'll just
That's
wave
funny.
by when we go by in the TRX and while you looking good back there with all that.
770? At 770, I doubt you're waving by. I'll be looking at you like this, cheesing, like, yeah, we going on the road together at least.
But I bet that truck, it looks like it weighs a ton.
Yeah, it looks like it might be
It
kind
looks
of heavy.
it looks heavy. I don't know what the
Modern day
aerodynamics
muscle,
of
man.
the thing, but
Oh, yeah, that was damage.
I was about to say, you know what, the Ram TRX might be a little lighter because guess what? You don't have that weight of the paint over your plastics that I don't like. So that little bit of paint on
that
little bit of paint on the body, it might be carrying a little bit more weight, man, on the Shelby.
Hey, those those few ounces might count for a lot.
It might add up, man. It might take away a couple horsepower there.
You're right on that. Hey, modern day muscle man, what are you taking?
So I was looking at each truck while everybody else was talking, and from a look perspective, I like the way the Shelby Ford F-150 looks. It kind of has like it reminds me of I don't know if you've ever seen a bison, but it looks like a bison in the front. Like, it's just very thick and front heavy. I like the
animal of bison.
Yeah. I see what he's saying.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Bison in
it's
the
front heavy.
Yeah. It looks like a bison to me in the front. I mean, I like it. I definitely like what Illest said. That other Ford truck is not a thought in my mind.
The Raptor.
Yeah. The Raptor. No.
Yeah, I look back to the Raptor is 525 horsepower, but the Shelby is 770.
But it's weird because the article that I'm looking at, it shows a clear picture of the badge, and the badge says 755. Yeah, so I'm not sure if the article got it wrong or if this is just a variant of the Shelby and there's a higher one. But yeah, anyways, the Raptor, I'm not thinking about that. That it looks and sounds weak. The TRX, I would have to go with the TRX. But on the contingency, I would want to get things done to the car to get it to look a certain way, because I agree with Paul that it feels unfinished and it feels like it needs it
needs paint. That's what it needs.
It needs paint. It needs paint. I think I would get fender flares or something like that. I'd do something, right? But it needs something where you look at the Shelby and it just looks done. But yeah. I like the lighter option on the TRX versus the Shelby. And honestly, even though the Shelby has more horsepower, I don't know. I think that TRX might pull harder.
There's two different Raptors, right? So there's the Raptor, and then there's a Shelby Raptor. So the Raptor is 450, and the Shelby one's like 500 something. And then there's the F150 Shelby. Just so we're all on the same page here. So that's probably what you're talking about. There's two Raptors. Neither one would I want. However, 450, and then the Shelby Raptor is like 520 or something like that. But then there's also the F-150 Shelby, which is the 770.
Now
that's the one I was talking about, which is like the huge front end, and I think it's probably what we're all talking about. But yeah, there's two different types of Raptors. But
let me tell you, Ford is doing too much. Slow it down, Ford. Too many variations. You're getting us lost.
I mean, to be honest, Dodge is doing the same thing, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Everybody's just trying to keep up with everybody.
Yeah, but then again, there's only one TRX. There's not like F-150 Raptor, you know what I mean? A different Raptor, and then F-150 Shelby, like.
Right.
But here's my thing with the TRX. The TRX, like it has potential look wise. I think if you get one, you would need to do things to it. But to be honest with you, I'm not even concerned about that 770 horsepower, because I think the TRX might pull a little harder.
Well, it could be, but so here's my perspective. Looks wise, I agree with garage driven. I don't like the looks. I don't like the looks of the TRX. Same thing with the Ram Rebel. So the TRX is basically a Ram Rebel.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But with the Hellcat motor, I don't like the looks of. I don't like the looks of it. I don't like the looks of that Baja look, and I think that's the best way I can say. Like that Baja off-road. I don't like the looks of that. You know what I'm saying? If I was going off-road, okay, cool. Go ahead.
Let me interrupt you for a minute. I don't want to have to worry about waxing my vehicle and be like, oh, let me go around this plastic right here because I don't want to get wax on the plastic. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying, right?
Wax marks all over the plastic. And
Yeah,
exactly.
go ahead, finish.
So exactly. No, it's true what you said. In fact, what you said. You know, when you had the plastic arches and things like that, that's normal a lower trim model, right? So when you get a higher model of any car, color match bumpers, color match this, color match that, right? Because that's what's reserved for the higher models. Excuse me. So I don't want to buy a car that's, and let's face it, that TRX is probably going to be at least $100,000 from the dealership,
Yep.
whenever they mark up and this and that and third, right? So I don't want to buy $100,000 worth of pickup truck, and then like I said, I got plastic everywhere. Like I just don't like the look of it. I'm not a big fan of the look of the TRX, period. You know what I'm saying? The Shelby Ford F-150 looks 100 times better. Maybe not the interior. You know what? Forget about the Ford. The Dodge Ram Platinum, or not Platinum, but what's the highest model of the Dodge Ram? What do you call it?
The limited. I think it's the
Bighorn?
limited, right?
I think it's
Bighorn and what? What else?
Limited.
Limited. There you go. Like that's a better looking truck. Like the Dodge Ram Limited, the Dodge Ram Bighorn is a better looking truck than a TRX.
Now, I paint plastics.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, but we're just talking about the factory though. We're talking about the factory. So now, if you take that Limited or whatever, or that Bighorn, and then you put that Hellcat motor in it, okay, now you sold me. You sold me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, so that's just me. So when it comes to looks wise, that Ford F-150 is way better. But I think, like you said, model day muscle. I think that I think the Ram or the TRX will be dialed in a little bit better, and you're just gonna feel that. You're gonna feel that pull a little bit harder, as far as just drivability. But if it was just come down from straight looks, Ford F-150 Shelby got it all day, man. That's my opinion.
That's fair.
On the outside.
I guess. If that Ram got that Tesla screen in it, there's a different story.
Dude, I'm telling you, the Ram trucks are legit.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, I still sided with the TRX because I'm not I'm not a big fan of the I guess like the heaviness that it looks. It just looks so big in the front, and a lot of people like that. So let me first put that out there. A lot of people like that on their trucks and stuff like that. It has the little Shelby splitter and stuff like that. But
it's love bug season.
Yeah. Like I'm thinking about I'm driving in Florida.
Then they clean the wall. They clean the whole wall.
Fenders, and you have fenders that go as low as it does on the Shelby F-150. You're gonna be rock chip city, love bug city. You know what I mean? In Florida. I mean, I can't speak for other states, but like look how low. Like I don't know if you guys are staring at the truck, but like really look how low the fender is to the road. You're gonna be catching all the smoke with the rock trips and the love bugs.
Shameless plug. Free smoke. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff as you're watching this video. You know what I'm saying? Hit that notification bell as well as you're watching Free Smoke. Sorry. Shameless plug. But you know what though? But you're right though. I mean, you're right about that. Like I said, I mean, it's gonna be a lot more surface area to clean and everything else on the Shelby. But like I said, to me personally, I think it just 100% looks better. Now, as far as the interior wise, that's what I'm saying. Like the Limited, like, and look, we can't. I went maybe like a month ago, 2 months ago to go look at some of those Ford trucks, F-150s. Bro, Ram is killing the game on the interior of these trucks, killing the game with that. What is it? Like a 12-inch monitor? You know what I'm saying? Horizontal, vertical,
like a whole
monitor.
Tesla screen. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Bang for your buck. It's good.
Ram is killing the interior game on these pickup trucks. Like these trucks need to go back to the drawing board. Ford as well, but let me tell you who needs to go back, like literally scrap everything and just change. Chevy, I don't know what you guys are doing in the interior, bro. You guys need to change because between Ram or Dodge or whatever, and well, at least in the pickup trucks, because in our cars, like the Chargers and Challengers, the Chevy Camaros, I think are a little bit better. We're talking about just straight pickup trucks right now. Pickup truck wise, Dodge and Ford are killing Chevy right now in the pickup truck interior game. So I would definitely agree with you, Illest to Ills, where the interior wise, Dodge is killing it. I'll give you that.
I feel like if you're not looking at now, obviously you would pay a little bit more money, but I feel like if you're not looking at a Dodge in terms of like the look of the interior and the exterior, honestly, I feel like the next best thing is the GMC. But you're paying way more money on that. But if you look at them, we're not talking about them because the affordability on that truck is way more than the Dodge, the Shelby, and the Ford. But and I said I think I said Shelby, but yeah, I feel like for me, if I wasn't looking at a Dodge and I had the money, I'd probably look at a GMC truck because the GMC trucks are nice too.
Well, the GMC, to be in all fairness, that's like, I mean, the GMC is like the higher version
luxury
of Chevy, right?
That's like
right.
Lexus to Toyota.
It's literally the same as Chevy.
Right. So you can't really compare those because that's the luxury model of Chevy, the same way how Lincoln is the luxury model of Ford, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't really compare that. But
yeah,
man. So I look, we all had good points on here, and you know, and like I said, at the end of the day, it really just comes down to preference because some people really, really love that looking on the outside, and even the interior, man. Some people love the look of certain models and they go with it. Some people like more, you know, intricate like technology, this and that, and third big ass screens. Some people like the simplicity. So it just depends on what you like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah. So,
also too, I feel like what we're missing, which a lot of people look for trucks too for what they can do, how much it can tow. So that might be a deciding factor whether someone gets a Dodge, a Chevy, or a Ford too, because they might not even care about all that stuff and they want to know how much they can tow. So there's that factor as well too.
And you know what? To that point is what I mean. Really, to be honest, at the end of the day, what are you looking for in a pickup truck that has over 700 horsepower? I mean, that's really like the big question. Is like, what are you looking at for a pickup truck that has over 700 horsepower?
I want to tow my shit
at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, I want to tow my shit the fastest. Yeah, I want to tow my shit the fastest.
Hey, so there you go, man. So, like, comment down below. Let us know what you guys think about that, man. What is your opinion? What truck would you take if you had the option? Somebody say, "Hey, look, man, you can have either TRX or I think we kind of all canceled out the Raptor at this point because no truck should have a V6. They completely messed up when that
Nissan
happened.
Joint, man. It's a Nissan.
Yeah, exactly. So we kind of canceled that out. So what would you take between a TRX versus the Shelby? Comment down below. Let us know what you guys will think about that. But we're going to go ahead and move on to our next topic. And this is actually a good one too, man, because if you guys are like us, man, we're all car guys. So we've had multiple cars throughout the years of us being on this, being on this earth, I should say. So we've all had multiple vehicles, different brand vehicles. If you guys don't know, we're not 100% Mopar loyalists, although we have Mopars right now, which is what brought us all together. So, so shout out to Mopar, I should say. But we're not necessarily Mopar loyalists. We've all had different vehicles. So I'm going to go and pose another question to you guys, man. If you guys could look back to your years and years and years of owning vehicles, different kind of vehicles, what would be the one vehicle that you'd be like, man, I would love to own that one more time? Modern day, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm going to go into garage driven. Garage driven, what would you say would be that one vehicle you'd be like, you know what? I would love to own that one more time. What would that be?
Man, I had a 1996 Audi A4 that I went ahead and converted everything over to like almost everything to a 2000 S4. So I put the S4 swap in there. You know, I put because my Audi came with the one mirror on one side and then the little cute mirror on the other side. So I put the S4 mirrors on there, everything with the chrome caps. I mean, the car was beautiful, man. And it was a unique swap because the S4 came 6-speed, and I was able to put that motor in there and use my 5-speed transmission on it, which was never heard of. And so, I mean, the car ran perfectly fine, man, and we made it work, man. So I think that would be one car. I had the car, you know, coilovers, wheels, like completely done, man. That'll be one car. I mean, power wise, everything. I had a tune on there, exhaust done. It was done, man. The car was pretty. So if it was one car I would go back to, it would be that I would like to own again. That's like, I would say, my number one favorite car I've had. And you know, you can't get away from hearing that turbo noise when you hear that thing going to boost. And you know what I mean? Like, man, fun car, man. So I'd say the Audi S4 A4 that I have with the S4.
What color was it?
Pearl white.
Pearl. I fucking knew it.
Pearl white, man.
I was like, I'm betting this is a pearl white. That's what I had in my mind this whole time. I swear.
Yo, that thing was pretty, man. It was pretty.
That's dope, man. Ills, what would you say, man? What would be one car that you would look back and be like,
oh, hold on. Yo, hold on. Before I continue on, before he goes on.
Okay.
Yo, so I even went ahead and, like, because the 96 A4s, they had, like, the German trunk. So the trunk was wider to fit, like, a Euro plate on there. So I went ahead and purchased matching Euro plates, just like the car was in Europe. I had the white on the front, the yellow on the back, and then, you know, my U.S. license plate, I had at the bottom of the bumper on one side. And, man, yo, the plate said, one sick effing A4. That was my Euro plate. That's what it said. One sick FN A4. So people see it from the back, like one sick FN A4, like that's dope. So yeah, it was a nice car, man. Fun car. But go ahead, Illest. My bad.
Man, this is like memory lane. I feel like a slow jam should be playing in the background right now. thinking back on some of the vehicles, like some weird R. Kelly in the background. I mean, I've been I've had some interesting stuff from. I've had 2 Cadillacs. I've had Silverado trucks. I would have to say probably my 2000, what was it? 2005, 2006, whatever it was. My Escalade, my Cadillac Escalade. Not because Escalade. I bought it. It was. This is like 2007, and this was a 2000. I think it was 2005 or 2006. I bought it in 2007. And the new Escalade body style just came out. I don't know if you guys know what they look like back then or remember that back then. But that year that I had it seemed like the last year that they made, you know how all of our seats now aren't like that big plush leather like they used to have back in the day. It's all like kind of like streamlined leather seats. They're not real big and plushy anymore. That was the last year they made those nice big leather seats. And it was the last year they really had like real air ride Cadillac suspension. I bought that thing. I had a great year at work and rewarded myself with that Escalade. And it was just me. I don't know why I bought this giant fucking SUV for just me, but I did. I put 26-inch chrome wheels on it and took those some bitches off 3 weeks later because I drive like a sick maniac and it wasn't working. But I put I had 24 chrome 24s on it. I think it was like I had like a Borla exhaust or something like that at the time on there. I did a whole audio system in the back. I was big. This is Kat, you'll like this. I was big into the motorcycle thing. So I had my street bike, and I had a Honda CRF 50, those little 50cc dirt bikes.
Yeah.
And I had it modded out with a 108 stroker kit on it, and we used to go race them. And I could fold the back seat down and put my little dirt bike in the back and tie down to where the seats hooked in the third row. So I'd have my little CR50 custom dirt bike in the back. It was pearl white. It was Cadillac pearl white.
That Cadillac pearl white is nice too.
That Cadillac pearl white is nothing like Cadillac pearl white, and that was probably of all the vehicles that I've owned, and it just rode like a dream. I put 24s on there and did 120 miles an hour, and you wouldn't even notice it. But of all the vehicles I've had, I think that's probably the one I miss the most. And I almost shed a tear when I got rid of that thing. I got rid of that for another Cadillac, the CTS Coupe, when they came out, and I literally hugged that Escalade when I got rid of it. When I gave it to the dealership, I hugged it. I was like, I can't even believe I'm doing this, but I did. But
Cadillac Escalade, man. Wow, like that's like that. To be honest, that kind of surprised me a little bit that you went to, you know what I'm saying, a Cadillac Escalade.
Yeah, it made no sense because I don't, it's like it was just me at the time. I didn't have family and nothing like that, so
right.
I don't know.
That's pretty dope, man. Hey, my modern day muscle, man. What would be the one thing that you would go back to?
I had a '94 Lexus ES300. I love that car. If I now knowing the things, because I wasn't always a car guy. Now knowing the things that I know now about cars, I wish I would have had that car now still, because that thing would have been popping. That thing would have been popping. I'd have had it. I'd have done so many things to it. Well, tasteful, but yeah, I love that car. It was leather, on the inside, wood grain on the inside. My grandma gave it to me as my second car. And I was lucky to have it, and I wish I didn't let it go. What ended up happening is I got into a car wreck, and it got fixed and everything, and then a couple months later the engine blew. and at the time, I'm a kid, not making money like that, so like I didn't have the money to fix it. So I had to basically, get rid of it and get something else. But I was really upset that I had to let that car go. That car was awesome. I love that car.
Is the ES300? Is that the? I'm like Lexus dumb. Is that the big body? Is that the big body ones?
Nah,
no,
Ellis
it's a 4-door.
Right.
LS. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's ES, there's GS, and then there's LS.
Yeah. So the LS is like the compared to like the BMW 7 Series, that's like the big body, right? Oh, that's fine. Okay. Yeah. I had a buddy with one of those, but I think I know. I remember the ES300.
And the GS is compared to like the 5 Series, and then I guess I wouldn't really compare the ES to 3 Series. It's kind of a little bit bigger, but I guess it still compares to like a 3 Series. I guess you would say if it fell in line the same way.
Yeah.
It had it.
If it fell in line.
The thing that made me really like the car, besides everything, it had like this like second mode where you could take the shifter and put it in, and you would go faster than usual. And I think that was like the beginnings of me slowly being a car person, because I had like my first race at that age, and I was like, holy crap.
Jordan figured out how to go fast. Like, oh shit, I can go fast.
Yeah, Ricky. Damn, Ricky Bobby.
For real, yo. I thought I hit nitrous. I thought I hit nitrous, bro. I was like, oh.
All you did was turn the air conditioning off. You guys remember that, right? You just turned the air conditioning off. Fucking like instant 50 horsepower.
Yeah, those older cars are crazy.
Man, hey, I would tell you, man, for me, I don't. It's a hard question, man, because I've had so many great cars, so many great memories. Like you said, it was like it's just the memories that you have with these different cars. So it's kind of a, I don't know, man. It's a hard question. If I had to choose one, I don't know. I think I would have to go with. My Mazda Protege 5. I know that's kind of like what? What are y'all talking about? But I had to probably go with my Mazda Protege 5, man. That was like my first car that I like went like kind of like deep into like mods. And it was a 5-speed mode. It was a 5-speed, transmission. So actually, I think that was probably my first 5-speed that I've owned. And I bought this car brand spanking new. And I think that's what it is too. Like this is the first car that I bought brand new. Like I bought, you know what I'm saying? By myself, no help from nobody, no help from my parents or whatever. So brand spanking new. I bought it myself from the Mazda dealership back in 2002. And you know what I'm saying? And that was the first car that I sites as far as what I could do. I started looking into all the forums as far as what people were recommending and this and that and the third. And then, like I said, I just went deep into modifications where, you know what I'm saying, like obviously all the cold air intakes and all that good stuff, like motor mounts and, you know what I'm saying, like things like that, like just looking into like, how to make the block stronger, start looking at the turbos, even though I never turboed it, but things like that, whatever, throttle bodies or whatever. Like that was like my first car that I was doing like things like that. And it was just a fun car, man. It was a fun, slow as hell. Like it was the slowest, slow as hell. Slow as hell. I really thought I was doing something back then. But it was slow as hell, but it was just a fun car to have. And like I said, it was my first 5-speed. And then Mazda, Mazda had the Mazda speed. Mazda speed was kind of big back in those days. If you had, something like that. So, I mean, like I said, I was just going back and forth with that. But I would say my Mazda Protege 5, man. And a lot of people, and Mazda 3 replaced it. But that Mazda Protege 5, man, to this day, like actually I thought about it a couple weeks ago. I was like, I should give me another Mazda Protege 5 because I had it so dope, man. I had it with the RX-8 wheels. The RX-8 was a garbage car, but they had nice wheels. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever reason, they came out with nice wheels. Mm-hmm. So I had the RX-8 wheels on there. You know what I'm saying? Lowered everything else, and then, bro, I just went to the T, man. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then the big thing with JDM, if you had a JDM car, like whatever, is to have everything on your car that was like JDM. So I had like all the JDM, like a lot of JDM parts on it. Matter of fact, I changed the badge from Protege 5 to Familia because in Japan, that's what it was called. Like I was deep, I was heavy into that car. You know what I'm saying? Like I was heavy into that, man. Anyway, man. So I would say my Mazda Protege 5. But it was a tough choice, man, because like you just said, Illest, in 2011, I bought a brand new Expedition. At that point, it was a brand spanking new. I bought an Expedition, and within like 2 or 3 weeks, I bought it for my wife, obviously, because we already had kids and everything else. So it was a car she was gonna have. So if I had a second choice, it would be that because within a couple weeks, I had the 28-inch wheels on it and everything else, and that was like the biggest you could get back then and all that. So I went through that phase as well, and it was a nice truck. It got a lot of attention, and you know what I'm saying, it was a dope build as well. But if I had to choose one, my Mazda Protege 5, man. Dope car.
I think it's like I almost feel sorry for people that have there's so many cars. I don't want to say this the right way. There's so many cars that have character, like all the cars that we and the things that we do to it. You don't have to do like the one that like my Challenger is probably has the most mods I've probably ever done to any vehicle.
Right.
But I always see those people that driving around in just like a basic. I mean, affordability is everything. We'd all have other things if that was the case. But it's like there's so many cars that have so much character and all the things that you can do with them. And you see like just a lot of just A to Bs. It's just weird to think, I mean, yeah, everything's based on affordability, but there are cars you see people just A to B cars that car you could get something with a whole lot more character for the same price or less. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's crazy how the people lean to being a car person and then just an A to B guy, it's just the dynamic of all that within the car community. It's just cars in general is just weird. Bro, it's weird how that happens. Something just fish hooks you and then you're in and it's the worst fucking thing that could happen because you just spend so much damn money on shit. It's like there's a lot of days I wish I was just an A to B guy. Well, just reliable, let me get to work and call it a day. And then
I agree with that.
And then I just air out at the gas station like, yeah, this thousands of dollars is totally worth it. It's so dumb. I can justify anything to myself, but A to B is not one of them.
But you know what though? I agree with that, man, because like and it's crazy because when you're a quote unquote car guy, you find yourself kind of judging these other guys that getting out of their, you know, Geo Metro or whatever. You're like you just drive around that and you're okay with it? Like what is wrong with you?
Because fishbowl, no tent, everything.
Because and that's not the worst part of it. The worst part is sun faded, you know what I'm saying, rusted out or this. And I'm like, like you're okay driving around in that car? Like
that's
me,
an actual look nowadays.
Listen to me,
I've
man.
had hold on, Garcia. Like I've had like beater, like what people would say they're daily drivers, but you would never catch me say this is my beater because my daily driver is still clean. My daily driver probably still has some wheels on it. My daily driver, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm still taking care of my daily driver. Like I don't have I don't have a beater.
It's
like,
not in you to have it dirty. It's the same as all of us. It's not in you.
Exactly.
I was just about to say that rust look. I'm about to say that rust thing is kind of like a look now. Other days for some reason.
There's wraps. There's a lot of wraps that are
there's wraps that are rust.
Which teach their own.
Hey, let me tell you, I'm bad though, man. I would go to the gas station, and I'll see a guy in a Charger, like SXT or whatever. My thought would be like, why would he buy that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like because it's like I feel like. I mean, I get it. Like everyone has different levels. Everyone has different, you know what I mean, wants in life or whatever the case is. But I just feel like everyone should be a car guy, and that's bad. You know what I mean? Because some guys just want to be a regular dude and drive a regular car. Like,
well, they don't care. They just don't care.
I just look like my thought is you didn't do nothing to that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's bad to think that. Like, you know, like, they look like why do you not lower that car yet? Or why do you tint that car yet? Or
some people just aren't into it. They don't. They don't care. It doesn't
they don't
anything.
care.
And those people all end up with far more money than us. That's just how it works out.
And not only do they not care, but they look at you and like, why do you care so much? Like it's just a car. Like it's just a car. It's just a material.
They probably see us and be like, "Oh, that dude's a tool."
Look at this idiot. They're looking at us like, look at this idiot. The stupidness of that car.
Look at this idiot.
While I'm taking that ride down, going down, like
While your best friend or your girlfriend is staring at us over here. Yeah, go ahead. But it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing that ends up happening. Is it's like at an early age, you either get into cars or you don't. You're doing something else or you don't. It starts the hook gets set super young. You get Hot Wheels. You get that. What's that little battery operated thing? You guys get your kids the little the ones they drive around, the Power Wheels.
This might be an age thing, but my way of getting into cars was the video game, man, Forza or Need for Speed.
Oh, that's definitely an age thing because back in my day, when I was young, and these guys are probably because these guys. I mean, Need for Speed was a thing too, but I was already a little bit older when all that stuff came out. But these guys could probably these guys right here can probably attest to what I'm about to say right now. But we had the Hot Wheels. Actually, back then wasn't even Hot Wheels. Matchbox.
Yes, sir.
Matchbox was the thing. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I used to play with my cars. All right. And I know this video is getting kind of long. But I used to play with my cars, right? And I had a whole like toy, like a chest thing full of cars. Every single car that I had. First of all, I never played with cars like this, like banging them together. I never did that. Like I was worried about my paint jobs. I didn't want to ruin the paint jobs on those cars. So I never like banged them off, like banged them to each other, like jump, you know, like woo, like banging up, like having them fall and jumping off of cliffs. The way I used to play with my cars, literally, the way I used to play with my cars was, and I probably had like over 200 cars, 100 cars at one time, little Matchbox cars, and I used to have them set up like on a highway, and I would just go literally one by one, like just moving them and like kind of like simulating like changing lanes in a highway and things like that. And I would do that for hours, right? But the worst part, I mean, the best part is when I got a car, a new Matchbox, whatever this is now, a new car. And first of all, let me say this disclaimer. I would never get like one of those like rocket cars. I wanted like real shit. Like whatever was like a real production car, that's what I wanted my parents to buy. I didn't want those little rocket cars or this and that look kind of weird. I didn't want none of that stuff. I wanted like real cars, right? Real production type cars. But the first thing I did was I used to take a marker. Yo, this is prophecy, bro. I'm just thinking about this right now. It's kind of weird. I used to take a marker and literally black out every single window on that car.
Doing the tens.
In the windows. Every single one of my cars had black marker over them, and it was all black. So all my windshields, even in my little Matchbox cars, were tinted out.
Told you from the very beginning of this episode, window tint.
Yep.
That's hilarious, man. That's funny, man.
That's funny.
But hey, man. But like I said, man, we all have certain things. Like I said, and I think it's probably it's funny because all these cars that we mentioned are probably not like the best cars that we have, but it's a lot of what the best memories that we had with these particular cars. You know what I'm saying? So because I had an Audi as well, Audi A6, BMW 7 Series, whatever the case, and obviously those are better cars than that Mazda, man. But it's just the memories, man. The memories that come with that car and things that you were doing.
Real quick, let me ask this, Paul. How long did you have your Audi? That Audi? How many years?
Damn, I had that Audi. About 4 or 5 years. Yeah, at least.
Wow.
Yeah, about 5 years I had that car.
Jordan, how long did you have your Lexus?
Yeah, that's a good question. I was a kid. Maybe 3 or 4 years.
Kat, how long did you have your Familia?
My Familia. My Familia went with me to Germany, man. I joined the military with that car eventually, man. So I had that car for a good probably 7-8 years.
Damn.
I had my Escalade for 7 years. That's the longest I've ever owned anything.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
I think that Audi was the longest car I ever had. Also, everything else be like 2 years, 3 years, maybe a year, and I'm like, damn.
I can't. 7 years is like forever to own a vehicle. 5 years
Exactly.
nowadays. 5 years, 4 years is like forever to own one vehicle. I think back on, I'm like, how the hell did I own that for 7 years? I took that thing everywhere. There's like 7 years of my life. That's probably why I hugged that some bitch when I gave it up. I was like, man, this is like a piece of my soul.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like my Charger might be around for a while though, man. I don't know. Even if I get something else, I think the Charger's gonna stay.
I kind of feel like that as well, man. This Charger, well, Garage, remember we talked about this, and I think that my Charger might stay around. At least that particular Charger will stay around for a while for specific reasons that we'll get into, later on, maybe in other videos. But other than that, though, man, hey, appreciate you guys for watching. Well, we appreciate you guys for watching this video, man. Man, these are going to be some long videos that you guys are watching on this particular series of videos for this week. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it, entertained, and everything else. But, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, we greatly appreciate it. We appreciate the love. And, you know what I'm saying? Between these videos and the live streams as well. If you guys don't know, we go live every single Sunday, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you guys catch that. So like, comment, subscribe. The most important thing is when you subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit the all button so you can catch everything that comes out literally hot when it comes out right off, when we post it. So actually our videos, our pre-recorded videos like the ones that you're watching right now will come out basically at 7 o'clock pretty much every day. Our live streams are Sundays at 6. All right, so make sure you guys stay tuned.
Eastern time.
That's true.
Eastern.
Very true. So Eastern time, man, they would definitely be out every single day. Well, 7 o'clock for the videos, 6 o'clock.
Get excited.
We lost you there, man.
Whoa, let me get back.
And he's back.
I'm glad this is not live.
Damn.
Sorry, Garage Driven. You're gonna have some editing to do on this video. Sorry about that.
Nah, leave it in.
But yeah, man.
Let
So
them see the natural life. Shit happens.
So 7 o'clock for the videos, 6 o'clock, or 7 o'clock for the videos daily, 6 o'clock for the Eastern for the live streams, man. We will be here, and we hope that you guys join and watch the videos, and not only that, but watch the live streams as well, man. Other than that, that's all I got. What about you guys, man? You guys got anything else to say to the guys, to the peoples?
Until next week, we appreciate you guys all following and subscribing. Give everybody a follow on their social media. These 3 other cats here, they've all got YouTube. Be sure to follow YouTube. They always put out really good content. I'll say that for them. But yeah, we appreciate all the support so far from everybody who's joining the live streams and the subscribers for sure. We're just going to build it from here. This is only the beginning.
Yep, it's only the beginning, man. More to come.
Yep.
Yep. That's what he got, man. So, but hey, man, that's all we got, though, man. Appreciate you guys for watching again. Stay tuned, man. We got a lot more content from you guys, and like I said, like my man, Illest just said right there about my bad. We got a lot of stuff coming for you guys, so stay tuned, man. The channel's only going to get better. We're going to keep building from here. One of these days, I might actually get out of my kids' room here and find somewhere else better to go. But anyway, man, other than that, that's all we got. Free smoke. And we out of here, man. Salute. Appreciate y'all for love and support.
Peace, man.
We out of here, man.
Appreciate
Salute.
it.